That is pure comedy gold, that is. I loved it.
It was a little bit funny. It was just like it was just his how he said it.
Oh, we're live now anyway.
Oh.
And take two. Yes. IRC Elite League Round 3 China, joined by Hunter and Ginger. Welcome, chaps.
Hey,
Hi, guys.
thank you for having us.
Hey, no worries, bud. How do you think the season's been going up to now?
It's definitely quite mixed. We've had two different winners, two different races, so hopefully tonight will be the same.
The third, yeah.
I think Fletcher's looking very strong now. First race he was unlucky, in the second race he came from quite far back, didn't he, to win? So
Yeah.
I do have my money. I do have my money on
a few
Fletcher
last week.
Yeah, I'm sure he started like 16th, 17th, something like that.
Yeah.
I think
It was a brilliant drive. Brilliant drive.
It is. So.
We do have cars out on chat. Just going back to championship standings, we have Sam Stair at the top on 35 points after a first place and a fifth. We have Vanquish in second on 33 points with a third and a second. The only man to have two podiums from the first two races. We have Karting on 27 with a fourth and a third. We have Slimbo on 26 points with a second and a sixth. And rounding out the top five, we have GP Fletcher after last week's dominance, if you like. Blew the field apart on 25 points, so we are close at the top.
It's one of them things. It's one bad race. It could hurt you. You know, it's.
Yeah.
They're all so close. You could fall out the top 10 once. You could lose 5 positions in the leadership.
Yeah, I don't think I have to mention the qualifying from last week, how close that was.
Yeah, it was immense. But quite a few cars electing to go out early.
I think we'll have Slimbo on the first flying lap.
Yep, Slim's coming to the last corner now.
We'll try and cover all drivers as we go along.
I'm just following Slim. He's made a bit of a mistake coming out the last corner. He took the cone with him.
I think with Slim is he puts a bit of pressure, too much pressure on himself. We all know how quick he is, and how
he's quick and he's consistent, but he doesn't think so he tries to push him up, which doesn't always end very well. But
no, as we've seen, his starts have been a bit off the first two races of the Elite League. He seems to drop places at the start.
And then he seems to struggle for the first couple of laps. I don't know if the bad starts, he loses momentum, but one thing I have noticed is after he struggles with the start, it takes him about 6-7 laps to get his head back in it.
Yeah.
So,
the second half of the race is usually he's usually pretty immense, isn't he? Especially in Australia, he can second in that race, isn't he?
I'm watching Slim at the minute. His second sector wasn't that tidy.
No, he had a bit of a wobble.
Seems to be struggling with oversteer, so this will definitely just be a bench time, but he definitely might want to go again.
Yeah, we'll lose 3 drivers, won't we?
Yeah, 18 runners.
All of them on ultra soft tyres. We do have one driver on the medium tyre, which that is Orr.
And
in the Taurus.
Yeah. Oh no, Lennon's not out on track yet, but it does say he's got the mediums fitted to the car, so I wonder if he's waiting
first
till
time
later
lap
in the
is a
session.
30.4. It's on board with somebody else before. On board with GP Fletcher who's just posted a 130.8.
We've got a yellow flag in sector 1, but I'm guessing that's
Slimbo, I think.
slowing.
It was Slimbo who just had an error out of turn 1.
Well, I noticed Slimbo didn't use his DRS on the back straight, on the long straight. He did tend to do that a lot more last season, and then in Q3 turns it on. But we'll see how he goes.
I'm just watching the end of Orchard. David's lap in the Mercedes. Pretty tidy. It's not going to be top in the times, but he does a 1:32.1. So not
just
bad for that.
We have a few
think he's just
returning
back
drivers
laps, so-
of IRC past, and Schumi and Maznat. Maznat the Australian, and Schumi from the Portuguese. So look for them to go out on track.
A lot of these
That's-
times I think are just banker laps at the moment, knowing I'm sure that these guys can go a lot quicker. I think it's just going to banker in, and then they'll attack on their second run, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's mainly they're trying to rubber the track in for the end of the session.
Yeah.
Sam Stur's just about to finish his first time lap.
And he's having like you said, a cracking start to the season.
It's 1:30.3, so he's quickest so far.
There's
No,
another-
he has.
is-
He's
yeah.
had a brilliant start to the season. He had the win in Australia, and I think was it second in Bahrain.
Fifth. Leads the
Fifth.
championship
Yeah,
by 2 points.
I'm getting the Ferraris mixed up out of both leagues, obviously. Yeah.
No, we don't talk
I'm
about
getting
that
myself
one.
muddled up. Yeah, I got myself muddled up.
But no, he's another one that don't big himself up. Just gets on about his business.
He just gets on with it.
Yeah. So we have up to now Sam
9
Stair
time
and
laps.
Paul. I don't think this is any insight into what the pole time's going to be.
Oh no, absolutely not. I think they're just rubbering the tracks in, and the likes of Vanquish, BP, Balco, Carton yet to go out. We've got an outlap coming on from Maznat in the Toro Rosso. Rockatoni is starting the time lap now.
Just trying to pick up a driver on a timed lap.
Rockatoni's on his first flying lap. He's just going through turn 2 now.
Maznat's out on track. Let's go with Maznat. The returning Australian. Season 2 teammate, I think it was. One of the nicest blokes you'll ever meet, to be fair. No, not me, because I haven't met him yet, but just to speak to him and share setups, it'd help anybody. So
Rockatoni's gone wide in sector 2, so
let's see how Maznat
quite a
goes
few
on
of them are
his
struggling.
flying lap.
Quite a lot of them seem to be struggling with oversteer in sector 2 at the minute.
A few drivers choosing not to go out.
BP's just started his lap in the Sauber.
Ultra David just put another run in. It's the 32.5 his second run, so it seems like his tyres can only do one flying lap by the looks.
Yeah,
It looks like a
the
good
ultra
run.
softs just don't seem to. You cannot get many laps out of them. Your first lap has
Maznat's
to be the lap.
definitely pushing.
Nice.
His back end's trying to step out.
It's Rockatoni goes P7 with his first lap.
A lot of these drivers do push it to the edge.
Oh yeah, definitely, and then some.
Yeah.
It's cracking to watch. It's brilliant to see drivers on the edge of the limit. Sometimes they do go over, but that's a part of being a racing driver, isn't it?
No, I've watched the first 2 races, and honestly, you can't take your eyes off the screen for a minute, otherwise something changes.
It's like GP Fletcher last week. They all moaned that he went for gaps at Monte, but if you don't go for him, you don't get him.
Yeah, you can't put yourself a racing driver, can you?
Maznat's first lap back is a 1:30.5, 2/10 off the fastest lap. It's not a bad return. He'll take that.
Is anyone else on a fast lap?
I don't think there is.
Belco is coming into sector 3, and is it Cole Andy is coming around the last corner now.
Yeah, just on board with him. Went a little bit wide, but that should be good. Done 1:30.7.
Oh, Belco's lost it. Belco's gone.
Oh.
Just as I got on board with him as well. Coming onto the back
we
straight
got a bit of a swapper on there.
Tight right hander.
Blimey.
He is.
No lap set, so he'll be starting P18.
He is renowned for his starting from the back and coming through, so I'll have to keep an eye on that one.
He's on a bit of a tough start to the season, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be having his much rather run that we seen from him in season 4, but sometimes that happens. You have a really good season, or you don't have a brilliant one. So
Interesting that Lennon Moran hasn't gone out yet.
no, 7 minutes to go, and he's not. I wonder if he's gone for a harder tyre balance, so he's trying to save as many ultra softs as he could. Carton's out on track. He's doing his outlap.
We're going back to last week's qualifying. It's probably the best qualifying I've ever seen.
It was absolutely amazing. It was you couldn't put who was on pole. It was
top 5 separated by a tenth, wasn't it? Yeah.
So
just shows how competitive the league is this season. Looking forward to seeing who can come out on top. It's going to be pretty good stuff.
Well, to be fair, touching on both leagues, obviously tonight we're on the elite, but for both leagues it's exactly the same. With obviously the Super's just a little bit slower than these guys, but it's still immensely close. The IRC's managed to get 40 drivers that they want to push and they want to do it. So
yeah,
it's going from strength to strength.
Well, I think
this is the result.
Yeah,
Rocketoni's retired from the session. I don't know if he's crashed it or.
P8 he's usually one that retires from session.
Yeah, Sam is also retired as well. So.
Carton under a bit of pressure here. It looks like he invalidated his last lap and is having to go for a second run here.
Well, last week's pole sitter, Orchard David, down in P11 as well. I wonder if these guys are just feeling their way into it.
Yeah, I think the thing with China is your tyres you won't get the best out of the tyres until you get the track rubbered in and a good feel for it. So it's why the track obviously is still green as we call it. So
just on board with Rafa. I won't try and pronounce his second name because we all know what happened when we did that. It's like the Greek version of Snap in the chat.
In China as well, we've got an interesting tyre choice as well. We've got the ultra softs, we've got the mediums, we've also got the soft tyres, I believe, unless someone can correct me on that. It is a soft tyre for the others, isn't it? It's the middle range.
I wouldn't be surprised if the lot don't try and start on the soft.
Yeah.
There will be the odd one that try and qualify on the ultras just to make it into Q3.
Vanquish goes to P10 at 1:30.307. Much better lap from him. His first lap was a bit scruffy.
So at the minute we have lost Christian Belco, who we know is definitely out of qualifying, and up to now it's Coandi and Lennon Moran. I expect that to change.
I'm just on board with it a minute again. Sector 2 wasn't brilliant. It seemed to be sliding. decent run through the long run when they're onto the back straight. DRS open.
Straight on the DRS as soon as the activation was heard. Straight on it.
Which wide a little bit.
Karting goes to P8 and retires. So we've got the top 10 separated by a second. And Lennon Morango's only P12.
It was a scruffy lap, but you might want to go again on that one.
He's
only
retired.
retired.
Yeah, he's retired.
He thinks that's enough.
He's retired on track as well, which I don't know.
Yeah,
That's a bit more too.
It
Oh,
is.
the car's pulled off, so...
Yeah. So at the minute we're losing Coandy and Shumi Garcia.
The two McLarens are under a bit of pressure, though, aren't they?
Yes. I expect.
Andy,
Well, Andy's a two-time IRC champion, so I would expect him to get out.
They're both out on track again.
On board with Andy as he starts his lap. Interesting at the start of the race, the different lines they'll take into turn 1. Fairly wide, and hopefully Slim gets away this time.
I am secretly rooting for Slim.
is it because he drives a Ferrari like us?
Yeah, we've got to stick together as Ferrari boys, but no. He's got the pace. We all know he has. So, hopefully his luck will change. But no, I think Ferrari have got a strong lineup for the elites. They've obviously got Slim and Sam. They've already produced a 1-2, so...
I think it's the strongest pairing out there. Maybe Fletcher and... No, definitely the strongest pairing out there. Sorry, I went colourblind there. I thought Ultra David was Fletcher's teammate.
No messages on the chat group yet, so we must be doing alright. Must be doing something alright.
Either that or we've bored them to sleep.
Yeah, they'll still have all fallen asleep when I started speaking. So BP retires from P5. It is looking like Shumi Garcia, unless he's on a lap, will be out.
No,
Looks like he's out,
Shumi
isn't he?
Garcia is... he's retired from the session, so...
Andy's up to 12th, but Ultra David's on the bubble.
Let's go on board
He
with
is
Orchard.
just started a lap now. So we've only got 4 seconds left in the session, and
I would expect Orchard to get through. And Rafa is on an outlap, he's not going to get that, I don't think, unless... Where is it?
he's got 30 seconds
Yeah,
there.
he's out.
Oh, he's gone straight to the
gone
wall.
off.
That was a weird place.
I think he realised he wasn't going to make that and went out.
Yeah, I'd say that is a really weird place to crash. So now, as long as Orchard David gets a lap in strong enough for P15, then it's true.
That's the thing, Rafa, I don't know if he did it on purpose or not, but it's certainly what it looked like.
Yeah, definitely. It's a really weird place to crash, even accidental. Like I've seen anyone put it in the wall there.
Yeah. It would have
Even
been
with
through if
your
Orchard
race
doesn't
whistle,
improve, yeah.
it's just a spin, but
Fletcher goes fastest with a 1:30.1.
I think there'll be a few relieved he's not starting behind him this week.
Ultra David goes for
Orchard
second
David
fastest.
goes second, so
He was saving it then. So
I
we
think now
lose.
the track's starting to dial in. They're turning the engines up.
Yeah, there's nobody on a lap now, is there?
I think
No.
that's it then for Q1.
So we lose Christian Belcourt, Shumi Garcia, and Rafa.
Andy was on a lap, but I think he's realised he's made
Yeah.
it through, so he has backed off.
Top 6 separate by half a second. I don't
So
think
judging
we'll see
from
it
that
as close
section,
as
then.
last week.
We never know, they might just be a sandbagging and
Yes.
turn it all up for Q3. I hope so. That was great entertainment last week in Bahrain.
I'm surprised to see Vanquish down in P12. But again, you don't know. You don't know what they're doing, do you? You don't know if they're going for it or...
Oh! Ultra Davis just gone to the back of Fletcher.
And that has retired him, has it?
Yeah. I mean, he'll be out of Q2, won't he?
It will, yeah.
Was that his AI?
Yeah.
It will be. Would have been his AI, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I believe we had a problem like this in Mexico for season 4.
Yes, it was me.
Yes, it was, and it retired you from the session, didn't it? Because if I remember right, it was between you and Vanquish.
Oh, that's right.
See, I've got a good memory.
Oh my god, we are out. I think it is retired GP Fletcher as well.
That'll be one angry Fletcher if that is the case.
Yeah, no, sorry, it's just I get the PSN messages as well.
So, that is Q1 done and dusted. Belko is out, no time set, so he will start in dead last. And I just feel Belko's luck isn't very good this season.
It's just not with him, is it?
No, and then we've lost Shumi and Rafa.
Yep, your AI car crashed into my AI car, so they are both out.
That's
To
disappointing
be
for
fair,
both the
I
drivers.
think that is a part of the glitch of the game, because if it's the AI that's done the crash, then it shouldn't actually technically take you out of the rest of the qualifying because you didn't have the control of your car. But
A message from Reem. Kyle, ask Lewis Hamilton how weird it is to crash there. So...
I don't ever remember Lewis crashing there.
That's what I'm trying to work out.
Yeah,
I know,
I know he crashed into the pits.
Yeah, he got himself beached in the gravel trap in 07. Because that is
07,
eventually
yeah.
what Lewis lost his championship. I've not ever seen him crash at turn 1.
No, Fletcher,
I may
it's
be- I
not
may
a
be wrong.
restart, unfortunately, mate. So... Orchard David is the only one that's out.
Couple of cars gone straight out again. Slim is out.
No surprise, they're all on the soft tyres.
Luarkos. He's out on track.
We've got
Eliarkos is out on track. And
Maznat as well in the Toro Rosso.
Mazda on the Ultras. Is it Ultras?
Yeah, it's the Ultras, yeah.
Fuck off.
So who do we think's in dangerous then for this second knockout stage then? Who do we think is on the bubble?
Well, not reading too much into Q1. Vanquish P12, I think he should get through, sorry. But I don't know. I'm trying to avoid all these messages. 1 second, I'll leave it because they're all. And we're back now. As I said to the chat. Yeah, I'm interested in Maznat's gone out on the Ultras though.
it could just be he's getting a little bit of a bank lap, and then at the end of the session we could see him out on softs, so
Yeah.
he feels he's not capable of getting through on the softs.
He was known for that.
Morris will be trying to. Fletcher's left the session, hasn't he?
Left
Left
the
the
session.
session. Oh, That might be a ban. Oh, Carton has held up Luarkos. What happened there?
Luarkos don't look too impressed with that, does he?
No,
Everything is
I was on board, and Carton really did block him, and I believe Carton's already had a Q3 ban, hasn't he, for in Australia, but that was for an incident. But he's, yeah, it's not very good from Carton. Unless Carton didn't realise he was on a lap, I don't know, but...
There was me saying it all. Traffic usually ain't too bad around here. Obviously I put the curse on already. 132, that's the slim.
Was Eliakos on a flying lap when he was held up?
Yes.
It was, yeah, the Williams was on a fast lap, and it was just coming out of Sector 2, ready to come into Sector 3. Carton was just in the middle of the track, so he had to go off track. He's bailed on the lap, but he did go into the back of Carton, so he might have wing damage, so... Unlucky for the Williams there. Carton, I don't know what he was thinking.
Vanquish goes on a 1:33.9. That's on the medium tyre, so we all know what he's trying to do.
I think I wouldn't
Have
be
a long
surprised
first stint.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for 2 flying laps on them.
Carton is backed out of his first flying lap, so he wasn't very happy.
Samsted's also on the medium tyres as well.
And so is Andy in the McLaren.
Got a nice mix of strategies out there at the moment. That should play nicely in the race.
Samsted goes P4 on the mediums.
That just shows how strong he is, doesn't it, on the medium tyres
Yeah,
there?
it does, yeah. It does look like Vanquish is going for a second run.
Just gone back on board with Larkos again, and it looks like one of the McLaren's got in his way there. He's not having much luck. I think he's on an outlap though, so yeah.
Yeah, he's on an outlap at the minute. He won't be very happy with Carton for that. It was... The thing is, with these, you don't want to be setting too many laps on the softs, otherwise it will eat into your strategy.
Vanquish pits, I thought he'd go for another flyer, but... Oh, we are only going to lose...
still in the pits, but...
We are only going to lose
back in
3
second,
drivers.
I don't think he's rejoined yet.
No, he was messaging the page saying that's it, he's out. Even though he wasn't hard done to by Orchard David, he's gone out himself. He left on his own accord, apparently.
Okay.
Don't understand that one, but...
No, it's only qualifying as well. Yeah, qualifying is very important to the race weekend, but the race is where you get the prizes.
Well, look at him last weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Great drive last weekend. I was kind of hoping, I was looking forward to that, seeing him coming through the field again.
I'm not quite sure what Andy in the McLaren's doing. He seems to have backed out his lap again on the mediums. So that's 2 consecutive laps. He's not been happy with something, so we'll have to see if he'll just abandon the mediums and go for a quicker tyre.
I'm wondering if
He's only got 7 minutes left.
Unless he is to put it in lean mix and is rubbing the track in. Oh, he run wide out the last corner though.
A lot of them are running round off that last corner.
It's quite...
What?
Lost for words.
Randy for a lap, yeah. Where's Dave when you need him? Oh, he's playing round, isn't he?
Ooh, very unstable from Larkos there. just finishing the second sector. 1:24.5 was the middle sector. Not great. Well, you're flagging sector 3, but I think that might be someone just letting someone through on the faster lap.
Vanquish has come out on the softs. So he set his original time on the mediums. He's now out on the softs.
So call then, chaps, who was your 3 to go out? Bearing in mind we've already lost GP Fletcher. Who would your 3 be?
Ooh, it's so tight, isn't it? It's quite a difficult one. So I expect Vanquish to go quicker. The Gort will definitely go quicker, and so will Carton as well. It's too close to call. What do you reckon, Kyle?
I'm going to say it will be... it is quite difficult to tell, but I'm going to go on a whim. I think Orr will be one of the drivers to be eliminated. I'm going to say Andy in the McLaren, and I will also say... I think Vanquish.
You think Vanquish will struggle?
I think he will. I think he's setting his lap time on the softs a little bit early, and GP Fletcher's back in the session, so might be 4 drivers. As Rocketoni's had a big off.
Massive off, yes.
At that speed, I'm surprised he actually kept it at the side.
Yeah, just turn it back in. No, just turn it back up again. We had all the messages on the chat, I'll have a look.
Leonard Morange has gone up to P7. Sorry if I missed that. And Rackatoni's up to P10. So we've got both the Haas drivers in the top 10 shootout at the moment.
It's hard to tell with Leonard Morange.
Rackatoni.
I don't know if he prefers starting from the back or near the front.
Tony will go after that mistake, so...
You are breaking up ever so slightly, Carl.
So I've moved my mic wire by a mistake.
So then, we have got all the bottom 4 drivers out at the moment. Cole's on their outlap. Oh, Fletcher and Carton are still in the pits. Apologies. And here comes Vanquish across the line. He's done a 1:32.0. That's fastest. And that was on the soft tyre as well.
Interesting
to see.
Maznat's not gone back out as yet. Oh no, he's out now on the soft tyres.
On the soft tyre. So he doesn't want to start on those ultra softs after all then?
I wouldn't be surprised either of them do.
No, I don't think that's the best way to do this race. As Carl said, this track is more of it's a tyre eater really.
Sam Stair, the highest placed mediums, P7, so on the bubble, but...
He's come out, he's about to start his outlapping, he's on the softs, so he doesn't think he's got enough to get through either.
He might just be out there to cover bases, possibly, and see if, just make sure he gets through into Q3.
So far, Rock Tony, Carton, GP Fletcher and Andy are in the knockout.
GP Fletcher has rejoined, hasn't he?
He is, he's out on track now.
Rocketoni needs to get a move on. He's still in the pits at the moment, with only 2.5 minutes left. Oh, Earl Langley has joined.
Elan dang dang digga dang dang.
I've got trouble saying that name, I think.
he must have had a sleep in.
Oh yes, is he the driver from Indonesia?
Indonesia, yeah. 4 AM he gets up just to race.
That's such dedication. Right, just on board with Andy at the moment. He will get one more run in if he messes up this lap, but he doesn't really want a second fast lap on these soft tyres if he can help it. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. That's gone now.
So Vanquish
We've also got
is the only one who retired who was on
no one else is
32
retired at the moment.
Again, very close at the top.
Yeah.
Carton is on a second lap on the same soft, so he's decided. Oh, Rocketoni's retired from the session.
So has Lennon Moran in P8.
Oh, that's risky from Lennon.
Or he's still in the pits, P9, and Laukas is on an outlap, so...
He's on the ultra soft tyre, isn't he? Or is that... he is, yeah. I think that's a bit...
I don't think Lennon will make it, because Carton and Fletcher have to... Oh, as Andy's gone into P9.
I don't think that's enough.
It won't be, because Carton's coming round the final corner now.
He's gone into P9. Ooh.
Carton has not got enough. This GP Fletcher goes fastest. And Carton's retired from the session and he's done it on track.
So the only person left then, by the looks, who can knock Carton out is Larkas in the Williams. Because I don't think Cole Andy's on the fast lap.
Andy's not on a fast lap. Laukas is on the ultras.
So he's got to. So Carton, unless Larkos makes a mistake, Carton will be out. And it was a risky from Lennon, but it's actually pulled off.
Yeah, because I don't think Coandy's on a second flyer.
No, it's too late now, isn't it?
He's cruising.
Just on board with Laukas now.
To be honest, Laukas has had a pretty messy second Q2, to be honest. He got held up by Carton, wasn't it, in the opening stages of the session?
Yeah, I've seen some messages on that on chat, so that will be looked at.
It was messy. Carton, like I say, it was in the middle of the track. Paul Larkos had nowhere to go, so.
And his second flying run, he had a tank slapper, I believe, around the turn 13, I believe. Not very good on these turns.
He only has to improve by 7/10 to make it through. So I think
the delta's quite big.
Soft to I think his first time was on the mediums. Coming on,
and he goes first.
He goes first. Wow.
So Carton, Andy, Orr, and Rocketoni get knocked out of Q2. Well, out of Q3.
So everyone's starting on the soft tyre, apart from Larkos. Is Sam Starr also on the medium tyre as well? Do we know? Did he complete that lap on the soft tyre?
Sam Starr is on the mediums. Nope, Sam Starr goes second on the softs. Missed that, sorry.
I didn't realise he was on a lap.
I didn't know anybody was.
It didn't say next to it, I thought it said he were in pits. Whoops, we'll gloss over that bit.
Yeah, we've got a lot to gloss over tonight.
3 rookies in a commentary box, oh dear.
Yeah. What could possibly go wrong? We need Dave the expert, don't we?
Yeah.
He keeps us on the straight and narrow.
He does. You just got to let him get on with it half the time.
So that's Q2 done then. Yeah. And out is Rocketoni, Orr, Andy, and Carton. I'd say that's a bit of an upset from Carton to be knocked out. Do you guys agree with me on that one?
Looking at the field, who's above him, I'd say yes. But at the end of the day, it's the Elite League, isn't it? Nothing's a given.
Yeah. He didn't seem confident with that second sector. He was quite sideways, so I don't think he's got his setup fully ready. So
I'm surprised it was with Laukas in P1. I know it's Q2 and he was on the Ultras, but still a very good time.
oh, very.
Oh, Matron.
So at the start of Q3.
That sounded so camp, that, didn't
it? I like how I got that reference quite quickly as well.
Yes.
I feel quite old now.
So we're backing for Paul then. I know we've backed who's going out. Are we backing for Paul?
I'm gonna go safe, and I'm gonna say Fletcher.
That was my pick, so I'm gonna pick someone else. I reckon it's gonna be. I was gonna say Sam. Sam Sturr, I reckon, will have a good shot at Paul. Then again, I can change my pick to Vanquish as well. I would say there's a good 5 or 6 people that I reckon could get on pole here.
Definitely. Who's first on? Let's have a look. Obviously, no surprise, we're all on the Ultra Softs. I'll take the flying lap with GP Fletcher. If you guys can keep an eye on Slimbo and Vanquish, first sector times.
I've got Slim, he's just on his out lap at the minute.
They're all bunched up, aren't they? Slim and Samstar, and I think that was a Toro Rosso as well of Mazda.
Mazda, yeah. We decided he didn't want to run first, which is never actually a bad idea. So.
They're all dressing for position.
So we've seen a 31.0 on the Ultras once it was a benchmark. I'm just surprised to see these guys get into the 130s.
That is massively quick around here. I think Lennon Morang is the first one that will post the time in the Haas. He's gone very wide out of turn 3. I think that's his lap over already, unfortunately.
A sector 1 time for GP Fletcher of 23.8. A Haas getting out the way.
Yeah, I think Lennon Morang's messed his lap up, unfortunately.
Slim starting his lap now, coming through turn 1.
Keep an eye on his air. His first sector turn.
I will do, but we're just coming through turn 2 at the minute. He's kept it nice and tidy so far, so...
A 50.9 second sector for Fletcher.
Sector 1 time is 23.7 from Slim.
It's a 10 up then on Fletcher.
He's run right wide in the left section in sector 2 of those, so...
I don't think many of these guys will do a second flying lap on the same set of tyres.
No.
I think they'll be out, in, out, in. GP Fletcher of a 130.1.
Stunning time.
Eliakos
goes second on
130.2.
And 131.14 Loka. Yeah. Vanquish goes third.
That's a good time, Eliakos. We've not seen much of him this season. He's not in the top 10. I've not got his stats.
So Slim does a 130.15.
Wow, 0.02 of a second between the top 2. That's impressive. And Slim could probably go faster. Oh, Sam.
I think we're going to get the close qualifying again.
Hang on. Let me get a drink of water.
That's just...
We have 2 10s separate in the top 5. and 110 separating the top four, so...
Unfortunately, Maznat has abandoned his fast lap, so he's back in the pits. And I think Lennon Moran, is he on a... He's on a quicker lap. I think this is his second lap on the Ultra Softs. So it's not going to be out and out. His out and out best time, I don't think. Hopefully he's got another set of Ultra Softs left.
Yeah, he only did one run in each Q session up to now, didn't he? So he should have.
So he should be alright then. Around the final corner then. What's this going to be? 1:39. I think that's a pretty decent time from Lennon Moran on the second lap on the Ultra Soft tyre. So he'd probably go a bit quicker than that.
I'm very impressed by Eliakos' time again. It's,
he's right up there, isn't he?
he is. He's not one I was picking for it, but he's there.
No, in the 5 or 6 people I was thinking of pole position, Eliakos was not in my thoughts. No disrespect to him, he's a great driver. All these guys have to be great drivers to be in this league. But yeah, very impressed from the Renault driver.
I know it's only the first runs, but like you say, to out-qualify outpace Vanquish, that's no mean feat, is it, that?
No.
I think we're on a bit of a lull now, aren't we?
Yeah, it's a mad dashing now for new tyres.
Sam Stair goes... He goes quietly about his business. He don't big himself up.
No, because in the first race where he won, it was a bit of a shock, wasn't it, really? Because we wasn't really expecting him to be in the running, so to speak.
Well, going back to the chat today, I think it's his first race with no traction.
Ooh. That's pretty difficult as well. I must admit, I'm still learning how to race with medium traction, but I'm not brave enough to do it in the league yet.
Well, that's why these guys are in the elite league, isn't it?
Yeah, skilled drivers, very skilled drivers.
Yeah. Again, 2,000 separate P1 and P2. I think that was the same last week, wasn't it?
We're going to get a grandstand finish. Last one over the line. This is going to be great.
Yeah. Where's Dave when you need him?
Yeah, I hope it's not as frantic as last week. Only from a selfish point of view.
Yes, I know exactly what I mean. I just had to let him get on with it last week and leave him to it. So Vanquish is the first one to blink on his out lap.
He might have time for 2 runs here. Do you think he would go for 2 runs? So I'm not sure if that will work on the Ultra Softs, but...
Well, you're not going to use these tyres again, are you? So it's maybe worth a gamble.
Yeah.
Well, again, like I say, again, we've got a top 10 separated by a second.
Times it takes to blink your eye, as David Croft would say.
I blinked when you said that.
Yeah, I did it all weirdly.
Vanquish is going for 2 flying laps. He's trying to warm his tyres up. So you're still sticking with Fletcher?
I'm changing my pick. I reckon that Sam Stair.
I'm staying with Fletcher. I think...
It was predicted the 130s, wasn't it? I think we're getting the 129s.
Well, we're just over a tenth off. I reckon we'll be in the 129s. But at this minute in time, with round 2 coming up, the Ferraris are standing tall, first and third.
Yeah,
Go on the Red Boys.
I'm just watching the GOAT at the minute.
So what do you guys think of this track then? I'm not a fan of driving it, but...
See, I'm not a fan at all.
This is one of my
probably cool
favourite tracks, in all fairness. It's one of my top 5.
I was going to say, I'll go well around here, but I'll probably curse myself with more now. But yeah, I don't know why, I just can never get the rhythm of this track.
We did have a shock result here once in the IRC. I can't remember who won it, but he won it when a penalty was overturned by the admins. He was an admin at the time as well, but I can't remember who it was now. I think it was Mr. Baseball. No, it was. His one and only win was here, so he'll be looking forward to tomorrow if he's racing.
Well, Vanquish completes his lap. He's gone 1/1100th of a second quicker, but hasn't really improved his position.
I'm just on a flying lap now with Iliakos.
The Gort comes across the line and he does a 1:38.5. He's gone slightly quicker as well, but again he stays in 6th position, not really improving our times by the hundredths, but not really getting anywhere in terms of position.
Is he going again? Is he one on a 2 flight? No.
No, he's retired from the session.
And I think Vanquish is also backed out as well, so Vanquish ain't going to be higher than 5th. BP crosses the line, he's gone a 10th quicker, but again, it's not really improved his position.
Iliakos is very smooth. Very smooth. If he could
Samster's getting well up.
Samster's made a mistake. Is he going to hit the wall? It does, but
Yeah.
it keeps his wheel.
That's incredible.
Sorry, I couldn't cut on board with Iliakos. Now if he can improve by a 10th, he could be on for a pole. Which, no, like I said, no disrespect to him, I didn't see this coming.
So Samster will not get another lap in, so if Fletcher improves, it's pole.
Iliakos is
He must have
abandoned.
invalidated it.
That's a shame.
So, Slimbo's on track, is it? Just ahead of GP Fletcher, so this will be a quick switch when Slim crosses the line.
Oh dear, Larkos, who was on a flying lap, has just gone to Samster's AI, I think it was. That's cost him
That's
probably the chance of going up.
retiring on track, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think they're forgetting the ghosting rule.
Yeah, I'm to nip that in the bud. So Slim comes on
Such
the
a
last
shame.
corner. Has he improved? Doesn't have to improve by much. Goes
Yes! It's
By
129. Wow.
What a lap from Slim. GP Fletcher.
What's he done?
fourth. Yeah,
Look at that.
but on a good
Third,
start.
he didn't improve.
That's a great time from Slim. You did say a 29, he'd be in the 29s. That's
We
an
did.
incredible
I
time.
didn't think we'd get that low in it though. Wow.
That was an impressive time from Slim. Wow.
Not as close as last week, but it's definitely stepped up there by improving by 4/10 of a second.
Once again, the Ferraris are once again Ferraris are top of the
front row.
time sheets.
It was unlucky for Sam. He was
Two.
pushing and he just oversteered, and it's lucky he kept his wheel, but it just shows how much you're pushing.
Too early for team orders. I think they'll both go for it.
Oh, I'm not sure with Ferrari.
Yes.
Isn't that right, Kyle?
Are you too cold it already?
Weather is usually pretty up and down here in China, isn't it? Does anyone know the weather forecast?
I
It's dry,
think
isn't it?
I've read a message that it's dry all the way through.
That's unusual for China. Usually it's varied, isn't it?
So none of us picked the pole winner. Are we backing for the win?
I
Slim.
think I'm gonna. I'm not choosing until lap 20, the last lap of the. Belco, long.
Yeah, I got that.
Yep. Loud and clear.
So we have all the top 10 starting on the softs, apart from Laukos, who's starting on the ultras. Koandi or Rockatoni, no surprise really, going on the mediums to start. Orchard David on the softs, P15, see what he can do. He would have been a feature, I think, in Q3.
Yeah. That was definitely one of the shocks of the qualifying, wasn't it?
Rockatoni's already spun on his outlet.
Has Erlandang managed to get in? He has. Managed to join for the race.
Yeah. He'll probably have a default setup on though, won't he?
He
So,
will,
whoa,
yes.
we've got a spinner. It's a one of the Williamses. It's Fletcher.
A spinner on the formation lap.
Oh dear. This should be an entertaining race then. I'm really looking forward to this. Hopefully it's a clean start. Hopefully there's no messes into the first couple of corners. Hopefully everyone can get away clean. No wing
28
damage.
laps of madness.
Tell you something though, Slim's made a mistake not backing the field up because his tyres are going to be so cold.
Right, here we go then. 28 laps of madness around the Shanghai International Circuit.
I will stick my neck on the line here and say Vanquish for the win.
I'm a bit biased, but I'd like to see Eli Arkos do well in this race because he's done a proper amazing job on in that Renault.
I'm going to back my Ferraris and I'm going to say Sam.
This is the bit Dave likes, you see. The start, he gets all nervous and giddy, like a kid at Christmas.
He gets butterflies in his stomach. We've got 5 sets of lights on, and we are.
Yeah, there'll be a pause. There'll always a pause.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, this
the suspense is killing me.
You might as well do your own.
It's
lights.
a very long pause.
Cheers, and we're off. Great start by Sam Stair. Be interesting to see
Great start by
the lines
Slim.
into turn 1. Contact.
GP Fletcher's had a. Oh, he's lost a bit of his front wing on the back of BP. That's going to hinder him for the race. We've got a McLaren off of Andy.
Eli Arkos on the outside of Sam Stair, is he? Is he going to make it stick? He's going for it. He is going for it.
That's a beautiful move. Samster trying to hang on the outside. He's got the inside for the next corner. A bit of contact.
We'll hold it, boys.
Maznat is up there as well. Oh no, that's got a bit messy.
That has got messy. So position change. We've lost Lennon Morang. I've not seen what happened.
I think he dropped out in the formation now because it's getting very close out of 12 and 13 here. Rockatoni's involved. We got Rafa going on the inside of Rockatoni.
The Gort is challenging Fletcher. It's down the straight, easily done.
So we have Slim pulling away in front, 1.1 seconds. So it'll be interesting to see what happened between Eliakos and Maznat.
You've already got a 5-second stop-go penalty. Sorry, Matt.
No. I'm saying Maznat's dropped down to P9. It was challenging with P3.
So Fletcher's in. I guess it will be for a wing change.
We have 3 drivers in the pitch.
And one of the Mercedes is in as well.
It's Ultra David, isn't it?
Yeah. And Schumi in the McLaren, he's also in.
Oh dear, Fletcher's getting held up as well. He's going to be the last one to leave the pit. No, yeah. I forgot McLaren's down the end of the pit lane now. Oh, such a shame.
So the Ferraris are starting to pull away now from Vanquish.
They are looking mighty impressive from the off, aren't they, the Ferraris?
Well, they're keeping within 8/10 of each other, and they've pulled 2.5 seconds to Vanquish already, so... It's looking good for the Ferraris.
Lennon Morang has joined, but unfortunately, I think he can't. I think that's it for today, isn't it, for Lennon? I don't think he'll be able to.
He's been disqualified,
hasn't he?
so.
Well, the big loser.
Be interested to see if these Ferraris get close enough to try overtakes, if they go for it. I don't think Vanquish will hold back if we can get there. Eliakos holding P4.
Well, BP's right up on his gearbox now. Don't go on the inside now. Well, as we've finished the start phase, the biggest loser, and that has to be GP Fletcher, unfortunately. Lost 13 positions. Had to change his front wing as well. A shame for him. Not really many big movers, apart from Carton, who's up 5 places. He's up to 6 now.
Impressed with, like I say, Eliakos. He's holding it. He's not.
It might just be a track he enjoys, though, isn't it? Because sometimes some drivers do enjoy tracks more than others, don't they? Might just be his lucky track.
Carton's chucking it down the inside of BP.
Let's go with Carton. He'll be a bit angry with Carton, I would have thought. He did have a good comeback.
Train.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, look at the speed that BP's got. He's already overtaken Eliakos.
Eliakos is going
we're going for the switchback. Oh! Brilliantly done from BP there. Good racing from both drivers there, very respectful. That's what I'd like to see. I was going to say, we have a bit of a train forming behind Eliakos, because now we've got Carton on the back of Eliakos, with Begort only a few tenths back as well, in 7th position.
Rocketoni's under attack.
Carton's gone through the inside of turn 1.
Oh, getting very close, isn't it? They keep grimacing. It's impressed how they kept their front wings.
So lap 4, let's go through the field. We've got Slimbo leads by just under a second from Sam Stair. Vanquish 2.5 seconds behind, which is doable. He needs to get on with it, I think. Not let that gap get any bigger. BP in P4. Carton running wide in P5. Eliakos is still there in P6.
I think it's also placed to Carton, hasn't he?
Yes, just on the previous lap, yeah.
Yeah.
Gort P7. Maznat struggling, I would think, on the... No, he's on the softs. Laukas and Roccatoni round out the top 10. Roccatoni is the lead runner on mediums.
Yeah, Laukas is on the Ultrasofts, isn't he? In P9, it's like he's struggling. He might have to think about pitting. And whoa, there's Cole. Wow, nicely done. 2 positions there from Cole.
Laukas is trying to get back, is he?
He's on the outside. He's coming in the pits, isn't he? Yeah.
Laukas is in. Laukas pits. Yeah, cracking move.
The Ferraris look like they're about to go into battle.
Let's get on board with the leaders.
Sam tried to have a look at turn 1, 2, but
It'll be interesting how they play this.
Personally, if it was me and my teammate running 1, 2, I'd just want to run, get as much as a gap before and then fight. But
It's a shame your teammate would ever be at that high.
Hey, never say never.
never, especially in IRC, mate.
Oh yeah, definitely. Anything could happen in this league. It's been ups and downs for all these drivers so far. We've only
Slim
had 2
just
races.
seems to have the better of the second sector. And Sam's...
Well, obviously, Sam gets the benefit of 2 DRSs.
He's definitely going to get it down the back straight. Is Slim going to defend it? No,
Pulls
he's not.
there.
He didn't defend that as much as he could have done, I don't think. I wonder if that was a bit of...
No. Formation flying there,
I
wasn't
think
it?
they're in the same chat, so...
Yeah. Well, Vanquish is now 2.6 seconds back from Slim. I think that gap is getting a bit too big now if he was trying to save his tires or anything. But so if he wants to go for the undercut, he needs to be within range, really, and he's just on the bubble, I'd say.
One driver we've not mentioned yet is Orr, who is 4/10 behind Rockatoni. And they are both on the medium tyres.
Rocketone must have made a mistake somewhere because he was up to 9th, wasn't he? Or
Yes.
10th?
Doesn't seem to have wing damage.
He was in P10 because he was up 4 positions, but another mention as well is Belko up 7 in P11.
I wonder if these guys...
Not a bad start from
No.
Belko. Carton's right on the back of BP. He'll wait till the back straight. So
Yeah.
He's been climbing all over the back of him for a couple of laps now, hasn't he?
yeah, but this time, as long as he gets a good exit, he'll get him. He's right on the back of him now. So
Ooh, a bit of oversteer there.
BP has seemed to have good straight line speed though.
Yeah, and there's also good traction off that corner, Banks corner.
You're going to
Well, the
switch
Honda
to the
engine doing
inside.
him good down here.
Late
on the
braking.
brakes, but BP will get the switch back. No, it's done deal.
Good
Yeah.
move.
I've gotten up to 4. Oh, we've got a yellow flag in sector 2.
Jimmy Garcia's in the wall, I think. Can't see where. Well, he was on the ultra soft tyres, I believe. So, unfortunate for Chumi. On a bit of a rough day out there. I'm quite surprised that Fletcher and Ultra David didn't go on the medium tyre. They're still on the soft tyres from the graphic on the left-hand side. Would you guys really go on the medium tyres, or would you have kept with the strategy and stayed on the soft?
I think I'd have stayed on the softs.
I would have gone for the mediums.
I probably would have gone for the mediums as well, but yeah. Well, maybe it's not a surprise at all.
No.
I just would have tried and played the long game here, but GP Fletcher is about 9 seconds away from Erlangen, from Indonesia.
Interesting.
There is a little bit of a train forming behind Andy now. It's
I've just come on board with that, yeah. On board with Rafa.
it's in the walls at the back of it, and Erlangdang, I believe his name is.
Perfect.
Better pronunciation than me.
So Belco's lining up a move on Rafa. Goes to the inside. I think he should make that stick there. Rafa has DRS as well. Belco through to P10.
Oh, we got a red ball as well. I think on Rockatoni. Good move.
So Rockatoni's now going backwards on the mediums.
Yeah, his medium
Is he on
tyres
the
shouldn't be at
mediums?
them. He is on the mediums. He shouldn't
He
be
is.
losing life yet in those tyres, should he?
I wonder if he has a slight
Only
wing
on lap
damage.
8.
But Orr is also on the mediums as well, so... Just looking now, his front wing doesn't seem to be broken anywhere, from what I can see.
No, it looks like he's turning all right. I think it might just be a slow pace from Rockatoni at this stage of the race. It's not like the harder tyres. Bit old school,
Rockatoni
isn't it?
thought about a move on Orr then. Orr ran a little bit wide. Rockatoni was backed out. He knew we weren't going to get the car down there. So I expect them to change position again in a minute.
A bit old
Back on
school,
board.
isn't it? It feels like the Ojano Trulli train back in the day.
Yeah.
Just back on board with the Ferraris. I'm wondering if Slim pits first, if he could. It'd be slightly early, but we saw in Australia, didn't we? Slim canned on his tyres. He nursed them to the
Yeah, both.
checkered flag.
Yeah, both Ferraris were.
Yes.
It was a great strategy call on Australia.
If I remember rightly, Slim did 21 laps on the mediums.
The softs once in
Yeah, that was-
Australia.
Softs. Yeah, on the softs, yeah. So,
It was an incredible feat, wasn't it? I wasn't expecting the softs to go that long at all.
but credit where it's due, Vanquish is holding the pace of the Ferraris. He's only
He's only 3
3.1 seconds.
Do you think he's just sitting there and just buying his time, do you think? Just keeping some life on those tyres, and then when the Ferrari's pit, he's going to attack him, or maybe even do an undercut.
I wouldn't be surprised
The
if he
undercut.
tries the undercut in a couple of laps. I'm not sure on the pit strategies, but I would think it's worth a go.
Like I say, I don't think he's waiting for them to muddle each other up. Because obviously, I think they're in the same chat because of where they're
Yeah.
overtaking. But I will be surprised to see Vanquish in the pits in a couple of laps as the sun once again. All Slim got 5 seconds stop and go for cutting the corner.
Yes, an overtake on Sam Stair.
That's going to be very costly. As
another
he's also got 3
3-second
seconds. Yeah.
3 seconds, oh.
This could be playing into Vanquish's hands, I think, because they're fighting and he's closing the gap down, now down to 2.7 seconds.
I think that's thrown away the Ferrari. Now, if I was Slim, I'd just let Sam through and let Sam go.
Yeah, they are really costing time now. It's down to 2.2 seconds. Vanquish is definitely reeling them in now.
I think it'd be a mistake by Slim not to let Sam go. Because he's got
He's
7
definitely
seconds
not
worth
letting
of
him go.
penalties. So he's not. He's holding the ground, but
He's got a
It's
5
gonna
second
cost
stop
him.
go as well.
he's got a 5 second stop go to serve on his next stop, and he's got a 3 second penalty anyway. So
I just pray to God they don't pit at the same time,
now,
because that would really
Yeah, that would be very
jeopardise
costly.
Sam Stair,
Very
yeah.
costly.
So a quick recap: we've got Slimbo, Sam Stair, three tenths behind. Vanquish closing at 2.3 seconds behind now. Carton's 5.3 seconds behind Vanquish. He's going about his business, he's on his own. And BP is 8 seconds.
Sorry, Matt. We just
Yeah.
got to change to the lead there. As Sam Stair is now back in the lead in front of Slim Dude, and he's in the pit. Sam
Sam's
Stair
in.
is.
Is he? Yes, he is.
he is.
I thought Vanquish should have gone in as well.
Yeah, I thought that would have been. I thought the Vanquish would have tried the undercut, but he has
what
got
if-
some pace at the moment.
Wonder if
He's
Vanquish,
1.5 behind Slim. So
I wonder if Vanquish knows about Slim's penalties though.
Yeah, it's quite amazing when you're driving in the race of how much you don't really know is going on out there, do you?
So Sam straight on to the mediums.
Maznat in the
Brings
pits.
him at 10. Ooh, with all nearly.
Oh, it's having another go. Oh dear.
Ooh.
Well, I don't think
That was
Sam's
a
going to
bit
be happy with
close.
that.
So Maznat
The
has
Red Bull
gone
was
from
showing its
ultras to softs. Can he get them to the end? 17 laps on the softs.
It's
That's a big
gonna
ask,
be.
isn't it?
It's an ask.
So do you reckon we can expect Slim in this lap?
He is struggling, isn't
I
he?
think it's a given.
He is.
I definitely think we'll see Vanquishing.
The gap's 1.5. So
Well, the first medium runner is Andy in 6th position, 10 laps on the medium tyres. He's doing a good job, and he's only 4 seconds behind
Looking at
Eliarkos.
GP1 Fletcher, 27 seconds behind the leader and has already pitted. Slim pits.
Vanquish follows.
Yeah, no brainer from Vanquish, I think. If he knows about Slim's penalties.
Looks like we've got the top 4 pick in. And we've got Eliarkos in as well.
Oh, Carton, 5 second stop, go speeding in the pit lane. Slim has had his 5 seconds served and is on his way.
Co-Andy leads from Belco, Rank and Rafa. Let's go on board with Rafa. He's one to go as long as he can.
Vanquish has come up behind Samster. Sorry, I was in the wrong Force India. I thought Rafa was Vanquish. I was getting a bit excited.
So Vanquish out in P7, Slim out in P11.
And just behind Vanquish is GP Fletcher. Ooh, Vanquish locking up.
Carton in 10th, so Carton's actually jumped Slim, and I think they both had 5 seconds. So I wonder if Slim got held up in the pit lane as well.
I'm just wondering if Cartins was served because he got it going into the pits, didn't he?
Yeah,
That's
so
a
he
very
actually,
good
in
point.
fairness, he might not have served it. So that will get added to the end of the race if he hasn't.
Samster all over the back of Rockatoni here. Rockatoni's tyres are 11 laps owed, compared to Samster, who's on his fresh tyres.
Slim, not Slim, sorry, I take that back. Sam's got a little bit of a cushion. He's got all behind him, Vanquish.
Samster's got past Rockatoni. Rockatoni thinks about going back inside, but stays out of it.
I thought he was going for a dive bomb there. I
Yes.
was grimacing.
GP ahead of Vanquish.
So that's interesting as well. Slimbo and Cartin have both come behind Fletcher as well.
But EP will have to do it again.
Surely he's done 11 laps on them softs, hasn't he?
Expect him in maybe lap. I don't know, because if he's going to have to go to the mediums, because there's no way
He'll have to go to the mediums anyway, because he's already had softs on his first stint, so you need to use 2 types of compounds to otherwise you'll be disqualified from the race.
I wonder if he's trying to pull out enough laps to get onto the ultra. I'm just thinking,
Big
I don't
ask
think
after
the
doing
softs will last that.
11 laps on them already, isn't it?
You need at least another 8.
Well, Maznat did 10 laps on the ultras, didn't he? So if you go, he's got another 5 laps at best to switch to the ultras. But
Locatoni's just got by Rafa, but Rafa's challenging him back down the back straight. Oh, we got Orr involved in this as well. Orr going wrong the outside. Oh my god! Oh, and Rafa. We've got 5 second stop go penalty for Samster. He's gained a place.
Now, if finds that out, as long as he keeps himself clean and stays in 5 seconds of Sam, he will win, because they're not going to pit again.
No. GP Fletcher's in the pits as well, so he did 12 laps on those soft tyres. We expect to go to the end now on those medium tyres, you would think. And Erlang Lang has left the session.
I'll be back in 1 minute, chaps. Quick stop.
Orchard David still down in 16th position. A bit of a rough day for Orchard David.
Slim is struggling on the mediums. He's not warming them up. He's sliding and he's losing time to Carton in front. So Slim's afternoon goes from good to worse.
GP is also starting to close the gap as well. In a 10th
Carton
position.
on the back of Vanquish and Rockatoni.
Well, this is going to get spicy, isn't it? And down the back straight. Carton's having a look, thought about it.
But again, Vanquish won't want to fight Carton. I don't think he served that 5 seconds.
Again, though, as Matt said before, what do the drivers know about penalties and stuff, isn't it?
Sometimes actually the engineer tells them, but Rockatoni gets swamped by Vanquish and Carton. Looks like he's got no straight line speed in that house.
No.
Balco gets 3-second penalty. Rockatoni's in.
So as we approach halfway then, chaps, who's your money on, since we're not having much look at it?
No.
I still think Sam, because Vanquish isn't getting through the traffic as quick as Sam.
I don't think he can look past Sam Stay, can he? He's got his 5-second penalty, which...
Yeah.
That puts him... He's only 4 seconds in front of Vanquish now.
But at the same time, how much more time will Vanquish lose behind Orr and Rafa?
Andy still leads. I think
Still
he's
a decent
laps on the
stint on those.
mediums.
Off a very good stint, isn't it?
I think he will try to get them to the ultras, you know. I think as if he pits, he's going to come out P12.
Sam's definitely pushing, because I'm on board with Sam now, and his was so on the edge of fuel, so he'll have to save fuel as well at some point.
He is only
Or
3
it's
seconds.
Yes, Vanquish gets a 3-second penalty.
Orr's in the pits. Rafa stays out. Do you reckon we'll have team orders here and Rafa let Vanquish go? It's a no-brainer, really, isn't it?
Well, Vanquish is going up the inside.
Rafa moves out the way.
Oh, Rafa's gone wide.
Loses 3 positions.
Carton is now up into 5th position and right on the back end of Vanquish.
And
We've got Slimbo in there as well.
I think was that
Fletcher
Rafa realising that's not his fight, do you think?
Probably. It's quite sensible driving by it looks from Rafa. Just get out of the way, and he's got his own race to run.
It reminds me very much of Double Cream Cat. You know, don't get in anybody's way. Does his own race.
Well, he's done 15 laps on the mediums, so I think he's just wanting to see where he can get. I think this is going to be a nice battle, Carton, Slim and Vanquish.
They're only 2 seconds behind Samster, aren't they? Vanquish, Carton and Slimbo.
Yeah.
Mazda lining
So
up
it's not all done and dusted yet.
Mazda lining up and a move on the go and then to the back straight. I think he'll get him before DRS. Yep, makes it stick.
And we've got Balco in the pits. Decent stint on the 16 lap old tyres for Balco. He will be going to the
wets.
Ooh. On the wets?
That certainly definitely looks like the wets to me.
Oh my gosh, it is the wets.
It
Oh
is the
no.
wets.
Hang on, I can't find him on my list at the minute. Where's he gone?
Unless he knows about some weather coming that we don't,
I
I'm not
think
sure if
that was
that's a
bit
really
of
good
mistake
idea.
there. I
Yeah,
think that's a mistake.
that's such a shame.
That's definitely wets his spawn, isn't it?
It is wet, yeah.
He's actually out on the wets.
Oh, that is such a shame. Just sums up his season, really, doesn't
I
it?
think he was selecting ultras, you know, and he's gone the wrong way.
Yeah. I know Ultra David gets through. Yeah, he's definitely on the wet tyres, and he's got no grip. That is such a shame.
Vanquish is catching Sam Stair,
Yes.
and he's bringing Carson and
second.
Slim with him.
Oh, this is going to be great. A 4-car battle for the lead as soon as Cole comes in the pits. He's done 16 laps on the medium tyre.
I've not seen Carton flash up a penalty yet, has he?
He got
Well,
a
he got his
5-second
stop go, didn't he?
and Belco's retired from the session.
I think he knew, yeah, he's made a mistake there.
I think he knew it was his race was over as soon as he put on the wets. Yeah, I think he actually did he spin it, because he was facing
Andy's in the
side
pit.
and Carton's got a 3-second
Another
time
penalty.
penalty. So if he
Commentator
didn't
curse.
serve that one, then he's got 7 seconds at the end.
I think this will be decided on penalties, you know. I hope not, but
Unless Sam can find some more pace and pull out 3 seconds on Vanquish. Vanquish has got it, because Vanquish has picked the 3-second penalty.
His pace looks a lot stronger in the second on the second stint, doesn't it? Looks more comfortable on the medium tyre. Andy's come out on the soft tyre.
Both the Ferraris seem to be struggling on the mediums. Slim was struggling, and Sam doesn't look as comfortable either.
so we've got Co-Andy come out the pits on P9 on the fresh supers and the fresh soft, sorry. He's only 17 seconds off the lead, 16 seconds.
Bit of an ask for the lead, but
Yeah,
I'm sure that he'll probably be aiming for at least a sixth position, possibly.
Yeah, 12 seconds. He's got to make until getting to the top 5. So
Vanquish has got a run on Samster.
he's got
Vanquish takes the lead. And we've got Carton as well behind.
Speed.
Carton.
Vanquish locked up, Carton, yeah, he's made it through, but Sam got a bit of a run back, but back down.
Ferrari's
Slim's
definitely struggling.
hanging back a little minute.
Ferrari's definitely. They don't like these tyres.
No, and Slim's gone
goes
through.
Sam let Slim pretty lifted.
I'm wondering if he's got damage.
I'm looking, I can't
He has.
see any.
He has got damage. It looks like he's lost the left end plate on the front wing. He
Yeah,
hasn't got as
I
many
absolutely
elements.
agree with that. Oh, Slim and Carton nearly came together.
Rafa posts the fastest lap.
Where's GP Fletcher and all this? He's P10.
He's just coming up behind Cole Andy at the moment. He's 2 seconds back.
I think them two will drag each other along.
I think Fletcher will stay behind Andy on the softs. See how many they can get up, and then I think on the last lap, he'll make the move on Andy.
That'd be a very clever bit of racecraft there, because Andy is on the soft tyre. He will be quick. He will be quicker, and he will
That's
probably
what
start
I
to
would
fill
do
in.
personally, if it was me. Carton's trying to get the slipstream on Vanquish, but Vanquish is having none of it.
Co-Andy seems the fastest driver on track at the minute. His delta's coming down to the leader all the time.
He's making a move
Just
on
passing
the
Eliakos. Make him go on the outside.
He'll have the grip.
Yeah.
Yeah, done.
I don't know
Fletcher
how quick he can
isn't that
catch the
far
goal.
back. He's having to defend because Eliakos is coming back up the inside.
Oh, I'm not sure we've had a collision with Orchard, David, and Larkos, but I'm not sure if it's coming together or what. But Orchard David was on the grass there, just out of the hairpin from the back straight. Larkos is on 15 lap old tyres on those softs. Yeah.
He's going to come in again. He'll put on.
Yeah.
Contact.
We've got
Eliakos and Cohen
the
with contact.
flags.
Fair dues to him, Eliakos. He's not letting Coandi go.
It's good, isn't it? He's not taking it lightly, is he?
No.
Oh, this is great battle, isn't it?
But the
And-
dragging Fletcher.
He's come, yeah,
And he's up the inside.
It was a bit late, that one.
That was optimistic.
And now
Wait,
Fletcher coming on the
He's just
inside.
driving through the inside of him.
Now we've got a
That's
drag race down to the
insane.
hairpin. Getting very close, aren't they?
That's
Oh
straight
my
line
gosh.
speed from Eliakos there.
The move's done now,
Fletcher
surely.
pushes him wide, yeah. That was just Fletcher saying, my place. Just
Get over there.
so. Eliakos is still in P10. And still not a bad drive.
He took a bit of stick last week, did Fletcher for his overtakes, but that looked clean and fair.
That was pretty good.
To be fair though, his overtakes still remind me a bit like of Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton when Lewis Hamilton first came into Formula 1. They're aggressive, but you know, I think some of them were spectacular overtakes. Obviously, I wouldn't have been too happy if he did some of them moves on me, but that's racing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And BP is now on the back of Samster for 4th position, so that wing damage is really hurting Samster now.
Carting's right on the back of Vanquish, but he's had a bit of oversteer coming onto the back straight.
Be interesting to see
Yeah,
what
Carton's-
happened to Sam Stair because he was flying, wasn't he? He looked dead set.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he got the damage from, to be quite
He's
honest.
definitely got damage. BP just flew past him.
Vanquish went a bit deep into the hairpin. Carton slides quite a bit when he gets on the traction. Maybe that's just his driving style, but looks more like a rallycross driver at the moment. But he's lining him up into turn 1. I think he's too far back.
Yeah, Vanquish looks vulnerable to me from karting.
Vanquish is locking up a lot, so
Yep.
I agree.
Dip. That's not a great moment. It was. Yeah, I agree with what you said.
Spot on.
But don't forget about Slim in 3rd. He seems to have got. He's on the back of these guys.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
BP's also got Samster now and is up to 4th. He's 2.9 seconds away from the leading pack.
Yeah, Sam's got to have damage. I'm watching him in the sector 2 and he's struggling. I'm just trying to look at his front wing. I'm trying to see where the damage is. I think it's on the right hand side.
There's also a bit on the left hand side as well. You can see that there's 2 elements missing. So I'm sure there used to be there used to be 3 wing elements, wasn't it, on the Ferrari front wing?
Do now penalties stand with the top 3? I know karting got a 5-second stop go.
Vanquish has a 3-second. Cartin had a 5-second.
Stop go didn't save it. Karting's up the inside.
Oh,
And he's got a 3-second penalty. Slim only has the 1 3-second. So really, Cartin needs to get past Vanquish and push.
Because Slim has saved his 5-second stop go, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's 3-second left. So him and Vanquish, whoever finishes in front, is
Will
that.
win.
But Cartin has 7 seconds, I believe.
It's a shame we have to talk about penalties winning the race, but I think that's what we're going to come down to.
unfortunately, that's the consistency element to it, though,
Yes.
isn't it? Obviously, this rewards the quick. This rewards the consistent drivers, doesn't it? So But it would be nice to see it
Tell you
on,
what.
when on track. Though.
BP Fletcher's. BP Fletcher. BP's not, not falling behind. I don't see him pick up a penalty yet.
No, and Dave just said in the chat he predict Fletcher for the Fletcher. I'm doing the same now.
You're doing the same
BP
now.
is yeah, BP is going for the win here.
I am looking through the penalties, and BP doesn't have one.
I think he was. I think if he can get within 3 seconds, he's got this.
He's
had a
2.9.
warning for a collision with Carton, but he's got no actual penalty.
I'm on board with him now.
I'm
He's
just
3.5 seconds off the lead.
I'm just looking through here to see if there's any indication of how Sam got the damage. Because if he's had contact, usually it goes up as a warning, doesn't it?
Do you reckon it was when he was trying to get through the traffic after a stop? He must have just went into the back of someone. That's the only place I could figure where he would have had it.
I'm wondering if he got the damage from Orr, because obviously as soon as he came out the pits, Orr pushed him wide a bit, didn't he?
Yeah, it was very close, wasn't it? That could be a good point,
Yeah.
actually.
I didn't see them touch, but he's been struggling since then, so my money is on maybe he had contact with Orr when we was at an angle we couldn't see.
You wouldn't say
BP
Orr
could
did
just-
anything wrong there, though, would you?
Oh no, Orr did everything by the book, but
It's because you know you can't back out of it, can you? Like because it'd probably make it worse if you do half-hearted moves. But
I don't know
yeah, Orr is more entitled to be there.
if that's a compliment from Steve Penny, but he says from what he's heard and seen, it's done a brilliant job. So
With the commentary,
yes,
blimey.
I think
I'll
I
take
think
that.
we'll take that.
after the cock up at the beginning. That one
What
Mark
cock up?
Yeah, that don't know what
That did
I mean.
happen.
No,
We can't deny it. It's on the YouTube channel.
what
Oh,
we
is
have-
it? I would have
it
I'll
won't
just
be when
delete
I've
it straight away.
Can't delete it until I've watched it though. But not going back
It
to
was
it,
quite
I think,
funny, I listened to it.
I think if BP's got to be shot with a podium at least, I think, yeah.
He's dropped back on you a bit, BEP. He's down to
But it's slightly
2.7 now. He was down to,
If he's,
was down to 2.2. But you're right. Penalties are going to do definitely
decide this,
affect the
yeah.
result of this. Unfortunately, we got a retirement.
Hasn't that? That must have been into the pits because it come up on my screen. It was going into the pits. And GP
Ooh.
I
Fletcher.
think it is because I can't see it.
Fletcher's out, isn't he?
Let's go and bother look at Tony's just gone.
Yeah,
past.
Fletcher's out as well.
Fletcher's gone. Where's Oh, it looks like he ran wide into turn one, and I think he
Turn
might
one.
have just called it a day.
Yeah, we'll have to look at that retiring on track. I think that is.
Yeah, that's
His
happened
AI
quite a few
car's
times.
pulling off. But it has
happened
happened quite a
times.
few times.
Yeah.
Erlang Dang's car's ghosted. Did he leave
Yeah,
the session?
Yeah, he's left.
He
the
left the session quite a while ago. Yeah.
But no,
Yeah, yeah.
Mr. David Shaw says, "Amen, boys, been fantastic." He's actually watching him in bed with Sarah on the TV.
Oh, excellent.
A big shout out
Famous.
to the future Mrs. Shaw.
Absolutely. Hope you enjoyed it. So, what do you actually reckon? Do you think BP can get a podium?
I think he'll
I
get a
say
podium.
yes. He's 4 seconds behind Slim, so if he puts another second in, he's not third.
He's only 2.6 on my screen. So because if Slim's got a penalty, then surely BP's already probably up in the third, isn't he?
Well, he will get a podium, won't he? Because Carter's got
Yeah.
5 seconds stop go added on as well.
Oh, yeah, so that's 7. So actually, BP could be looking at second here.
It'll be a net second, I think. If he can just keep that gap to Slim to 3 seconds.
See, on my screen it says it's 4. But
From the leader.
I don't know if that is that from the leader, right?
Yeah, if you get your
I'll take
telemetry.
that back.
Yep. So, I think a win. Maybe not, but it's definitely a P2. Almost certainly a podium anyway. Just hope we don't bin it now we've said that.
Yeah, I was just going to say actually, it's been a very clean race, but I really didn't want to say that until at least the last lap. But it's been an awesome race in terms of. Oh, is that karting going sideways around? Yeah.
I think he was trying to get on it then to land Vanquish. Slimbo goes through.
Slimbo's through.
Vanquish could do with these two swabbing.
Oh, contact! Carton's gone to the back of Slim.
Okay.
He stays out.
BP is 3.6 behind the lead. If you can get that 6th, 10th, and 2 laps on Vanquish, you could win it.
I was just actually about to make that point. If he gets, I'd say 7 just to be in that window, BP would have 3rd winner. Is that going to
3
hurt
winners
us?
in 3 races. Incredible.
I think Eliarkos has got the penalty, but he's safe. He's got
He's got a 7-second gap. I need to Rockatoni. He's
Yeah.
also on soft tyres, and he's been on soft tyres for 12 laps. So those tyres are probably past their sell-by date, to be honest.
I
Slim
don't.
is,
2 laps remaining. I do not want to leave this battle with BP.
Slim is
BP's
pulling
right
away.
on the back of Carton.
Slim is pulling away though. That's a 3-second gap, I think.
Carton's got wing.
Contact.
Ooh.
Contact.
I think
BP.
gone into him.
That come off very late on my screen.
Or was it just a piece of debris that was already on track? No, he's lifted. I can't see.
Salbury wing is quite hard to see, isn't it?
Yeah. I think he's lost an end plate.
Because Carton already lost an end plate when he drove into the back of Slimbo on this corner here on the last lap.
Yeah. Oh, we're late on the brakes again from Carter.
Well, that's a shame if
BP
he's got
4
that mid.
seconds behind.
I think that's it then, isn't it? So the battle's then down to Vanquish and Slim.
All
And then
penalties.
whoever's got the most penalties. Yeah.
I think they're level on 3 seconds each though. We'll join
For
the fun with
Slim
Slim.
and Vanquish, it's whoever finishes in front will win because they both got 3 seconds.
That's brilliant because it'd be nice to see who wins on track outright, wouldn't it?
I think Slim could wait for the
That's
DRS on the back straight. I think that's his only chance.
Yeah, BP's lost his end plate.
That is such a shame for BP. He was driving a superb race, had a clean race. There was no penalties as well. Is that what you said, Kyle? There was no penalties for
Yeah,
BP.
it got no penalties.
Someone
They
we've
could have
not-
done it.
Someone we've not
I
talked
feel
about.
bad because we mentioned it.
The Gore was only 10.6 seconds off the lead. Who should go above Carton with his 5-second stop goal as well to be a top 5. He's Slim
I
then.
reckon
Welcome.
Slim will try something. Or is it too far back? I can't. I'm looking.
Yeah,
I think
he's
slightly too far
7.
back. He'll
Yeah.
get DRS, but I don't think it's enough.
And he hasn't got much errors left either. He's down to 6%, 5%. I think that's it, isn't it?
So that's
So coming round to the last couple of corners for the final time. What a race. Oh, we got a bit of a lock up there from Vanquish. So,
I think we're going to get this one decided on penalties. But if Vanquish can stay in front, I think he will get it.
It will.
Last
So
corner.
around the last corner.
Vanquish takes a flag.
Vanquish first,
Does.
Limbo second.
Does
BP
take the win.
is third. Carton fourth.
I think
Sam,
Carton might drop down a bit more.
the Gort goes up to fourth. Oh, Andy goes up to fourth. Great drive from
Go
Andy.
Yep.
We got Orr in at 8th position.
Carton
Eliarkos in 9th. And the Rockatoni
rounds out the top 10.
being hotly chased by Orchard David, who's in 11th. Horrible race for Orchard David today.
Yeah, he didn't start
And we
well
got a
for
puncher for. Sorry, we got a puncher for Larkos, who's on the ultra soft. I think he might just push them a bit too far. I think he's done 7 laps on them, but kind of just ends a miserable race today, hasn't he? Yeah, shame really.
Yeah. Oh, well done, back. I said we had that one, didn't we, Vanquish? If BP could have just pushed it a little bit more and brought that contact, I think he could have got it. It was. Let's see if we can invite some of them in. Vanquish. I'll get Vanquish, Slim, and I'm not friends with BP, so I can't. No, mate, you'll go for it.
So, Vanquish wins from Slim, BP, and then Andy, P4, The Gort, P5, Cartin, P6, Sam, 7th, Orr in P8, Eliarkos, P9, Rocketoni, P10, David in the Mercedes, P11, Rafa, P12, Luiarkos, P13, Erlang Dang, 14th, and then Fletcher, Maznat, Belko, Schumi, and Lennon didn't finish.
Oh, no, actually. Is Vanquish joining us, Slim? Here he is.
Yeah, he's there.
Oh, I know that, his name's just come up. Vanquish.
Congrats, Vanquish. Great race.
Yeah, thanks.
You seem to stay out of trouble. Nothing too flash. Just
mate,
steady race pace.
I was struggling so bad, man. I loaded up the wrong setup. So I think you could see that on stream.
You could at the
my
start.
car was everywhere.
You didn't seem to have the first choice of tyres you had on. You didn't seem to have the pace of the Ferraris. You dropped back a bit.
Yeah.
But
I couldn't just barely hold the car. Just a little bit more and my car was gone. It was not stable at all.
you must
But
be
I
happy
kept
though.
it together.
Your first
yeah.
win in IRC Elite League.
Oh yeah, yeah, mate.
Many more to come, you
I'm
are?
more than happy.
Good. Go on, Ginger. You can interview Slim.
Before
Slim.
it starts, I'm
Great.
going to suggest Sam Slim.
Yeah, go on, mate. I'll have
Sorry.
him while you're suggesting one.
Was mostly just me and Sam playing the team game. Like if we were going for an overtake, we would just let each other know, let each other through. We had pace, and yeah, we were showing it. But yeah, you probably saw I got a stop-go penalty, which I have deemed as unfair. Literally because I cut the hairpin a tiny bit just so I didn't hit Sam overtaking. So I get that appealed. But otherwise, yeah, it was a great first stint. I couldn't fault it, but the softs were awful. Absolutely awful.
We couldn't tell it from our point of view because you both looked very strong in the first sector. It's a shame about that penalty because without that penalty, you would have been right in the mix, possibly even looking for the win, really.
Yeah, it's frustrating, but yeah, I mean, otherwise, if I didn't have that stop go, I wouldn't have had the very tense final 14 laps with Vanquish and Carton. So that was a fun end to the race.
I was going to say it made it great for us to watch.
Yeah.
Well done, Slim.
Cheers.
And who else was he joined?
I think it was Sam.
Sam.
Is that one for me?
Go on then, you can have this one.
So, Sam, you had pretty good pace in the first stint, but you seemed to drop off in the second. Did you actually have damage, or?
Yeah. I need to just sort of adapt to racing sim damage. It was the slightest knock and it just ruined it. I think you all saw when we all pitted, we came out in really, really heavy traffic. And I was behind Rafa going into turn one, and because it's quite a stop-start corner, he obviously broke. I literally touched the back of him and chipped the left side of my wing off, which on a track where there's a lot of high downforce corners, I lost so much time. They didn't hold the top three up much when they tried to pass. Also, like, Slim got a stop-go, which was really silly because I had a glitch where Belko's car was in like AI mode, but it's not ghosted, and it was in the middle of the track as I came onto the straight, so I went off track to overtake him as an AI car and got a stop-go for it. But because I just joined the party, I just pressed the PSN button and hadn't recorded the footage, so I'm quite annoyed because that's 2 spots gone.
In the obviously the first stint was.
Yeah, we didn't hear that either, but
I didn't hear that.
Hang on.
I think what he's trying to say is your pace looked like you had that one. You did look as though you had the win.
I mean, everyone probably, yeah, suggested. I think if I didn't get that damage, I might have won.
Yeah.
Like the other guys might have caught, but I had a decent gap. That's 2 races in a row where I kind of sort of messed it up myself. But I'm just sort of getting used to, again, sim damage or whatever. That's been my downfall.
Yeah. What my question was, now I've sorted this out, was for you and Slim, was there a Ferrari agreement for no silly overtakes?
Well, there wasn't. It was just sort of. I don't know. Our pace was quite good where we maintained our gaps, and then I think there's only a couple of spots where once you get to that straight, regardless of who's behind, you're going to overtake the other one. So we did that. I let him go down the inside when he tried to pass me, but he must have cut the curve too much. And that's what gave him his penalty. But that should get removed hopefully, because there's no way he gained anything out of that. But yeah, no, it was fine. It wasn't a problem. I maybe lost a bit of time on the first stint because we were so close, but that's just the nature of it.
Well, as long as you're enjoying it, mate. You're enjoying it.
Yeah, of course.
Good. Right. There's nobody else coming, is there?
No, I don't think so.
No. Well, we'll wrap that up then. And
Great stuff, guys.
yeah,
well
big
done.
thanks
Great
to
race.
commentary
Yeah,
guys
cheers,
as well, Ginger and
Great
Hunter
racing,
for joining us.
Oh, last thing. I think I worked out if Slim gets first because of the penalty, him and Vanquish are tied in the championship lead.
Oh,
No.
very spicy.
Slim's not getting it took off, don't panic. I'll make sure of that.
He had lucky neck last time, not this.
But
Yeah, how's that gonna work? Like, is Vanquish allowed in the saying or not?
no,
Because it's gonna affect his race.
no.
Alright, so only Asdog say it matters.
I send it to somebody else.
Just
with an
depends who
independent
knocks more.
I'll get you in the chat, Matt.
review. Knock it up, mate.
It depends who pays him more.
But no, cracking race, boys. Cracking race. Really
Cheers.
enjoyed it. Maybe it didn't sound like we enjoyed it, but we did. On to next week then. Is it Baku, is it?
Azerbaijan next. That's going to be a great race, isn't it?
Terrible.
Very
track.
difficult.
Some damage down there. Christ.
Are you guys
Right.
confident for the next race?